Welcome to the Trailer Park Studio of NAChattin for TVLesson.com. Tweet. Today's topic is another in the flashcard series where we can make multiple cards in a short amount of time, ergo the term flash. And we're going to be focusing on a Halloween topic today. To make these cards, it is so easy. First, you start with an idea for a simple, attractive card design. You can find layouts in magazines, things like that, but quite frankly, it's so simple. Just look at it and copy it. You select your stamp set. I chose a Halloween stamp set today, and the important thing about your stamp set in this issue is hopefully that it coordinates, which is why I say choose a set of stamps that are easy to color, very easy to color images. You stamp them in multiples, you'll color them in multiples, and you will even color a little with glitter, with watercolor pencils, with whatever you decide works for you. And once you've colored, you trim, you mat, you mount, you sign and you mail. It's that quick and that simple. You can see what I did here was just ink my stamp. It's one of these clear stamps, so you can see right through it onto your paper. And you get out some good quality, smooth white paper, and you stamp your image multiple times. Now again, to keep from boredom, because you have a stamp set as well, you can stamp different stamps within the same set. They're all going to be about the same size and a similar design. So we've stamped a little dog dressed as Frankenstein a couple times now on the paper. You would continue to fill this up. Once you've filled it up, you'll get out your coloring tools. I love to use my watercolor pencils for some vibrant colors. You could also use chalks, which I did on a few of these, just again to keep it mixed up and make sure I don't get any boredom going on with my card making process here. So we're going to stamp them. We've done that. We're going to go through the coloring. Coloring, here's an image of a cat that I had stamped previously, and it's another one from the set. The coloring for this is really, really simple because you're only using black and white on the whole card. So I took a little gray to shade some areas right here, which I've done, and blend it. You can blend it with a water brush, with your finger, with a paintbrush, but once you've blended it, it'll look a little like this. You can barely see it, and then once you've blended your little bit of color, add your glitter to make it sparkle, shine, and jump right off the page in a matter of moments. Now you've colored your designs, you've cut them out, you're going to mat them, just like we talked about. I usually mat in ink. I mat the edges in ink and then with paper. I'm using this lime pastel ink from Colorbox for a lot of my matting because it's a sponge pad, which means I can just dip the edges right into the pad, and voila, you can see that little green outline on the stamp. It's subtle. You don't have to do that step. It's just a lot of fun. Next thing you do is mat your design. And this one's a little large for this piece of matte paper, but you can see it would look cute with this color paper behind it. Just get out your scraps, use them up, but you'll mat all your designs. Here's another one of that dog that we saw me stamping earlier. I did color him with a little more color because he's got more open space. I put a touch of glitter on his collar. I dipped him in the lime green ink, and then I matted him on purple. So you'll also stamp a few sentiments, like here's the word Happy Halloween. You'll get all your pieces together, and as I said, when you're doing your coloring, use glitter, use watercolor pencils, but don't forget your chalks, especially in the fall. I think the subtle colors of the chalks are very, very pretty, and they're even faster than your watercolor pencils. So this one is done in chalk, and I've stamped the word Trick or Treat on my matte paper so that I can just glue that right there and it's ready to go on a card. Next, once you've got your matte paper ready, your designs colored, trimmed, you start applying them to cards. And this is just a standard card size, 8.5 by 5.5. I glued the dog mat on, and then I dipped the Happy Halloween in green ink and glued that right to the front. Here's another one of the little mouse in the set. I just found this one to be adorable. Again, it's mostly white on here, so it's not a lot of coloring. I did his little body in brown and his feet and his arms in yellow, and I colored his carrot nose orange, and then I put some orange glitter on top. Don't shy away from color glitters if you can invest in them. They are really easy and fun to use. The ones that I've used here are the stickles from Ranger. I use mostly the distress stickles. This is the orange marmalade and Concord grape you just saw, and then this is the icicle, which works on any color. Next design, very similar but different because I used a glitter cardstock background. I cut a place here for the sentiment. I used a punch. It's a Stampin' Up! Punch. It's called the Sentiment Punch, so it makes room just for a word. Here's another one of that same design with a little less glitter, but still a lot of fun and some highlighting. Here's that dog again, and I did, mix up the design a little bit, mostly because these were the pieces that I had to put together. Used another punch here for embellishment, and here's one from the chalked design. And again, lots of fun. This one's a little more subtle. It's more elegant, you might say, although with that stamp, I don't think you're going too close to elegant today. So, you've got them, you've mounted them. Next thing you have to do is just make sure you sign them. And of course you want to sign the inside, but never forget on the outside to give yourself credit. Put your initials, put your name, or if you're fortunate like me, you have a little stamp already made up with your name or handmade by. So enjoy those, put them on your cards, stick them in an envelope, put them in the mail. In less than an hour, I've created 6 total cards here, plus I've got another 3 or 4 in the works. So I definitely met my limit of at least 8 per hour. And once again, it's Norma Ann Chattin from her Trailer Park Studios. You can look me up under username NAChattin. If you Google that, you'll come up with lots more fun videos and projects for you to make. Have a great day, and took a tweet.